Hello Dreamers, welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Reddit review. Let's see what's been going on this week. Subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content, and let's get into it. By the way, the new Star Snap Challenge is live on Dreamers Portal, so if you want to participate, check it out. You can also start voting on Eric's Star Snap Challenge, which is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see what you guys came up with. Oh wow, Mean Girl voting, let's end it. Woo! Can we stop with the latest trend of streamers doing mean girl voting on Dream Snaps? This is not what a cozy gaming community should be doing. For those unaware of what this entails, here is a brief synopsis. The streamer does live voting on current Dream Snaps and tears apart the submissions by going into detail why they aren't good. Can you imagine if one of your submissions was being examined and you were being lectured about why your creation is no good? Let's do better as the community and support each other. This trend needs to stop. I encourage all of you to not watch streamer. Oh wow, this is going. Maybe it's going a little bit too far. Okay, this one is interesting. I haven't been watching a lot of streams recently, and I haven't seen many people do the voting on stream. But I've seen comments of people saying that this is actually a pretty big trend. A lot of streamers just do this kind of voting when they tear apart people's submissions. And I completely agree. It might not feel very cozy. I feel like it also depends on the way how you do it. Like, I think some streamers can pull it off, like the energy, but like you can be helpful and wholesome, but you can like embrace the mean girl energy like in a humorous way. I think this is the way Dreams with Gem does it. I've seen a couple of her voting sessions and she does give off a little bit of a mean girl energy, but in like a fun and wholesome way. Like you can tell she cares. You can tell she is really passionate about voting, and she does provide very useful criticism even on the Dream Snaps she's not voting for. She does have a very strict set of rules, which is totally fair, but the way she does it, it's like I don't get the vibe that she's trying to put people down. It's more about like just being funny, but also giving some nice constructive criticism. That's like a nice way to do mean girl voting, in my opinion. But I'm sure there are people out there who are just unnecessarily mean to the submissions. I feel like if you are gonna like say something bad about it, you should also say the ways, in your opinion, how they can be improved, so it doesn't just give negative aspect, it also gives a positive aspect. Sounds spiteful and desperate. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a single content creator being like spiteful during voting. But to be fair, once again, I haven't watched a lot of content creators lately. I've been basically spending all my free time working on Dreamers Portal and on the content for the channel. I do agree that I would love this community to give out positive energy, more of an encouraging energy, and I do like, even when I'm not voting for Dream Snap in my voting sessions during streams, I try to like give some tips on how it could be improved. I think that's the best way to do it. Not be overly negative and try to find ways to be useful. And potentially, if the person does end up watching your stream when you're criticizing their submissions, at least it's not just negative, it's also constructive and could potentially help them improve in the future. These streamers state, okay, get ready for mean girl voting. Okay, so they give you a warning at least. Wow, that does sound kind of crazy. If they're like being serious and not like in a playful way. But yeah, this is the number one upvoted post this week, so this must be a really big issue. But also, since so many people keep doing this, it seems like there is like an audience for it. So I guess there are people who just enjoy seeing the mean voting sessions. But yeah, I would rather content creators be like supportive and helpful when doing voting sessions. I don't want people to end up resenting Dream Snaps and potentially just leaving Dream Snaps if they like hear something mean said about their Dream Snap without like any actual constructive criticism. Literarilla. I'm really bad with names. If you've been watching my videos, you know that, and I apologize. My first 3 designs so far. Okay. Alright, for the first design, that looks really good. I love the clear separation, the torso and the dress part looks very nice. Okay. okay, this is different kind of dress. This gives like a nice cottagecore vibe. I like it. You definitely have a style. You like having the triangle in the front and the texture on the top. Very nice. And you also really like this motif. Wait, is that the same one? I think it's the same one plus a couple others too, arranged differently. Very nice. And you got a little cleavage going here. For the first 3 designs, this is incredible. Did somebody say blend in? Oh, wow. You actually went for the meme. That is hilarious. That is honestly hilarious. And it's also going to get absolutely destroyed because, I mean, it's Disney, so I really doubt that's going to be your final submission. I think this is just for the funds. But if that was an actual dream snap, the tags would be so low. But the dedication to the meme is so funny. This is awesome. I don't think these boots pair well. Whoa! What is this? Where did the legs go? No way! This is the funniest glitch I've ever seen. Oh, wait, first of all, the feet are there, but then there's like a little black string where the rest of the leg is supposed to be. That is crazy. I've seen disappearing body parts, but this is the next level. I don't think this is what the Dream Snap meant by disguise. Wow, this is still happening. I've actually seen this before. People have posted finding submissions like this during voting, and it seems like it's some kind of a glitch. I cannot even imagine what is this supposed to be. It feels like it applies the texture of butterfly just to the screen. And I've seen this done with multiple different texture files. There's like UI HUD images. It basically just takes one of the atlases, like graphic atlas, that has the textures for the objects, and then just pastes it to the entire screen. I think maybe it's supposed to like... Is that one like something that happens when you try to use a filter and then instead of like the filter overlay, it equips some random image overlay? But this is not even in the photo mode. This is just in the game. So I feel like this is some kind of a glitch. Maybe it's some kind of a menu was supposed to open, but instead it opened different texture. This is crazy though. But yeah, thankfully it's pretty easy to fix. I think just game restart should get rid of this. Look at Cozy Fawn. Beach Resort. Ooh, that's been a while since I've seen a beach resort build. Which makes sense because we are heading into the summer. Time to go to the beach soon, hopefully. And you got a Skull Rock in your shot. Ooh, I love how the Skull Rock kind of extends perfectly with this build. That is nice. And it's down on an actual beach. Oh, this looks beautiful. I still need to finish my beach. I have a goal to finish my beach before they update. I only have a couple streams left, and hopefully today we'll be able to get some work done on the beach right after I do a very quick spiral for my second account's Dream Snap. This is looking good. This is definitely giving me lots of inspiration. Yeah, using the walls, I kind of want to try that. I still have a few buildings I want to have on my beach, and I need to find a way to integrate it into the build. That is beautiful. Now that's a resort I would like to go to for my summer vacation. Oh, and you got Moana on the island. Wow, this actually looks clean. She looks perfect there. But I'm not taking down my Eric date spot. Not when I learned that he might actually get a dream style in the next update and he'd look handsome for our dates. I assume Hades is a big fan of salad. Range salad, tasty salad, Mediterranean salad. Wait, the range salad? All of these 3 salads, they look almost identical. If not identical completely. Did they just reuse the same icon for all 3 salads? There's like tiny little difference in contrast, but for the most part it's the same item. What? Come on, DISNEY Dreamlight Valley. These salads definitely look different. And also, he's on a diet. He needs to look good in these robes, I guess. They missed the opportunity so bad with this update. I'm guessing it's about Captain Hook. Pirates themed Star Path, Neverland items, Peter Pan is coming. Why couldn't we have gotten Hook as well? Everything was right there for him to be part of this update. I mean, if you have watched my video from yesterday, I feel like there is still a chance. So a lot of people actually mentioned in the comments that the terrifying shadow that article is referring to is actually Peter Pan's own shadow, which was part of some of the Peter Pan lore, where his shadow is supposedly evil and he and Tinkerbell come to retrieve it. I still haven't watched Peter Pan. It's on my list. I'm probably gonna watch it next week. But that is actually a very interesting theory. However, I don't know, just the way it was worded, me, Forgotten, and Peter Pan are together gonna discover what terrifying shadow is lurking in the Skull Rock. Is that really, like, I feel like it refers to a villain. I still, like, I understand that the Peter Pan shadow does fit into it really well, and it's definitely a very viable theory, but I still have a feeling this is referring to potentially a new villain. And the only villain that makes sense to be inside the Skull Rock, inside the pirate ship that's inside the Skull Rock, is Captain Hook. So I think he's still lurking in there, and hopefully I'm right. Hopefully we are getting, if not the Captain Hook himself in this update, maybe we're getting a hint that he is there and ready to strike in one of the future updates. I don't love quests that require waiting multiple days. Okay, so the Mirabelle quest was a complete disaster. We already talked about it before. I don't think it's just waiting a few days issue. It's the fact that it's a limited time event, and every single task is not just you have to wait, you also have to log in and take a picture at a very specific time frame, and you have to do it for 3 different critters within 3 weeks. This was literally nearly impossible unless you can literally play at any hour of the day. 2 of these critters were only accessible during the work hours on the weekdays, so Gameloft basically completely canceled out this quest line and just gave us the recipe and the resources to craft the buckets. So basically, if you don't complete this event, you're not missing anything, except I guess you could try to get an extra copy, because I'm pretty sure the Mirabelle is still going to give you the extra bucket, but if you don't, it's okay, you can always craft more, and you should have the recipe unlocked in your crafting station. Real life Stitch cupcakes. Whoa, is that edible? Is Stitch part actually edible? I would love to eat Stitch's head. That sounded so weird, but it looks so cute. Maybe it's like a little candy with Stitch printed on it. I wonder how much does it cost. I feel like if you just take regular cupcakes with blue frosting and then just put a little picture of Stitch on it, you can sell it for 3 times the price, and it probably tastes the same as a regular. Is this like a Disney product? Is this like in a Disneyland they sell this? This is awesome. What is everyone going to name their Forgotten? Personally, I'm considering Lenore after Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. In the poem, the narrator is distraught over the death of his wife, and he is unable to forget her or move on. I figured since the Forgotten doesn't want to be forgotten anymore, a name like Lenore would suit her. Plus, the name is a form of famous piece of Gothic literature which would fit with the Forgotten's macabre aesthetic. My god, this is the most sophisticated thing I have read probably this whole month. I didn't even consider, like, I never thought this deeply what I'm gonna name a Forgotten. This is like such a sophisticated analysis that I feel bad now for not even starting to consider the name for the Forgotten. I was thinking something simple like Bob, or maybe something fancy like Shadow. Oh, Shadow sounds like a fun name for the Forgotten, because he kind of looks like a shadow. Or maybe you can be Contrarian. I just used a fancy word. That made me feel so fancy. You can name Forgotten Remembered, because he is not forgotten, he is remembered and will always be remembered. I don't know. That's a good question. What are you guys naming your Forgotten? I was going to say Ohana as a joke, because Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. That's hilarious. That's actually genius. I was thinking of my name, but backwards. Wait, what is Star and Sky backwards? Let's see. I never even tried this. It's gonna be Weixneer-Otz. Sounds pretty fancy. It's the 75th anniversary of Lady and the Tramp coming up. How would you like them added to the game? 75 years. That is a lot. Okay, so we do have one item from them. Is the feeding the spaghetti dish for critters. It would be cool if we could have a companion. I don't know if we're ever gonna get them as actual characters, but then we did get Oswald, and Oswald I think is even older than Lady and the Tramp, so I guess everything is possible. I wouldn't mind them as cute companions, but if they ever come as a character, I wouldn't mind it either. Let's start a petition. Bring back the Moana dress. I personally don't hate the new Moana dress. I do like this one as well. I feel like they should not replace it, but they should add both variations. Like when you complete level 10 quests, she should just give you 2 dresses. One blue, one orange. And everybody's gonna be happy. Oh my god. What is going on here? 200 swans versus 200 Mickeys. What is This is insanity. Why? And Eric is leading the swans. That feels appropriate. But who is leading the Mickeys? Or maybe Eric is just being attacked by both Mickeys and swans. What did you do, Eric? That is amazing. That is also the death of the item limit. I just love the first shot. This is like so cool. First of all, just the idea for the shot to have like a legendary commanding the art. Like this could be such a cool idea for the right dream snap. Wow, such a great background, and launching all of these at the same time. Impressive. Very out of the box shot. Fan edit. Dragon Maleficent as a companion. So I think Cottagecore Dragon won the stage 2. By the way, let's vote for stage 3. I'm gonna link this in the comments if you haven't voted yet. So right now I'm pretty sure it's Cottagecore Dragon. Let's see what stage 3 is. Neck attire. Choose one neck attire for the community companion. So from what I've seen, they said that, yeah, the images are not representative of the final design. They're just placeholders to provide a visual reference. So we're basically just choosing a style, and then they're going to take all of the pieces, all of the styles that we choose, and they're going to design a new critter. Okay, so I guess if we go in Cottagecore, it has to be flowers. Flowery dragon, because I feel like the goggles on the neck, we already have something similar. The backpack for the dragon, that is interesting. I do like... I think flowery dragon has to be right. I feel like that's going to be a popular option. Oh my god, it's smoked all other options. Well, we're getting a flowery dragon, ladies and gentlemen. But this version of the dragon is also sick. Maleficent dragon. That is so creepy and I love it. That would be my favorite pet ever. They should add more like we have a dark squirrel. They should give us more of a dark versions of critters, like a villainous critters. This one would be perfect. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I cannot wait to see what the final critter is going to look like. I wonder if community is gonna be happy with the final design, and I wonder how much is it gonna represent all of the choices that we gave. That was the first time they did something like this. I wish they would also do similar things for maybe the dream styles for the characters so people can vote, or even potentially characters to bring into the game. I feel like they do give us these polls, but in the end of the day, we don't actually get to vote and pick as the community. They just collecting our feedback. And then sometimes it feels like they're listening to the feedback. Sometimes they just bring characters that nobody even expected. So yeah, it would be cool if we could just, at least once, that we could be given a list of characters and we vote, and whoever is #1 after voting is coming in the next update. Just give it to us, Gameloft. We want... I don't even know who we want. I gotta see the options, but that would be so cool if we could choose. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, dreamers.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?
Oh.